Hi everybody, welcome back. Tony again here with Shinsho Yoga. And for this video we're going to wrap up the final spiritual numbers, 999. I've been doing the whole series on them here. And this is going to be the final one for that. So before we get into it, as always, I encourage you to watch at least the first video. This way you know how I'm presenting it and why I'm talking about it the way I am. This is just communication from the universe. And it's not mystical, it's not magic, it is just communication, subtle communication, and we just have to learn to listen to it. So 999, or 9999, right? Whatever that sequence is that you're seeing, what does that mean? For me, get to work light worker. As always, read from the guide that I usually use. Get to work, light worker. The world needs your divine life purpose right now. Fully embark upon your sacred mission without delay or hesitation. The other one I used said, move on to life's next chapter. It is, for me, the first one that really resonated with me, although that second one does also speak to me, but it's really that first one. Get to work, light worker. What is a light worker? A light worker is someone who has come down to this plane in this physical form to act as a guide, as a teacher, as someone to help the others reach their spiritual potential, right? Some may say help save the planet. I think that's a little heavy, but in the end, I guess that's what it kind of is, because you're helping each individual do that. And it is a reminder that that's what you are here to do, if that is your role, right? If your role is that of a light worker, it is your duty to do that. That is why you're here. That is why you chose to come down, to be that person, to offer that assistance. And if you are seeing that signal, that communication, it's reminding you that's why you're here, that you're wherever the direction you're currently moving in at that time is not working for you at that point. It's not going to get you to that goal. So if you have realized that your goal in your life is that of that spiritual guide, of that divine guidance, of that person who is there to help others to achieve their goals, to reach that spiritual plane, spiritual existence in this physical form, then you're seeing that number. It is telling you that, at least, again, how I have felt it out, how it resonates with me, that the direction you're moving in right now, it's not going that way. I saw this mainly back when I was working in finance, right? Before I did, yoga and meditation and all these things for a living, I would see this number, and I didn't really know what it meant. And I bought a book called The Lightworker's Way, and I read about the process. Well, not the process, about the I don't know the proper term for it, the way of it. I guess the Lightworker's Way, and I realized that I needed to live that spiritual life, to walk that spiritual path. That was part of why I'm here, to help people do that, right? But in order for you to be able to help others do it, you have to do it first, right? You can't help someone climb out of their pit if you're in your pit. You have to get out of your own pit first, and then you can help them. It's like on the airplane, right? If you've ever flown on an airplane, what do they say in case of cabin depressurization, right? You pull the mask down, put it over your face, and the oxygen will automatically flow. And they say to do that first before helping a child or someone next to you. Because if you pass out, you can't help anyone, right? You're going to, if you're a parent, maybe your first thing is to help your kid, right? But if you pass out, you're going to pass out and die, and the kid's going to pass out and die. So you get it over your head first so you can breathe, and then you help the other. The same thing here. You have to get yourself out of your pit before you can help someone else out of their pit. So get to work on yourself, get to work on your spiritual path, and once you have done enough work and you have made it a certain point, then you are to go out and help others to do the same. Right? You can't do it for them, ever, for anyone. It's the old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. All you can do is present it to people, and they have to take from that what serves them. That doesn't mean take what's comfortable and leave what's uncomfortable, because we often need what is uncomfortable to grow. But if you are not in a place to be able to do that, and again, you are in your own pit, you cannot show someone how to get out of theirs. Right? So if you are seeing that number, it is telling you, get to work on your path, get going in that direction, work on yourself, work on all these things, because you have a higher calling, you have somewhere you're needed, and you need to start working on that. So even in the second one, that again, where it says, move on to life's next chapter, that agrees with it too. Right? It's time for the new chapter to start. Both of those resonate with me, but it was that first one of get to work, light worker, that always sings in my head every time that I see it. I don't see it as often as I used to. From time to time I will, and again, and if I do, it's generally if I'm focusing on something that's more material, more of the physical world than the spiritual. So, as always, just be present in the moment, and breathe, and follow your breath. Let your thoughts arise, let them pass by, and return to the breath. Thanks again for watching. Namaste.